Okay, so welcome everyone to the July community meetup. I'll just quick over the agenda. So per usual, we do the community update and the project update, and then we'll go over the product roadmap with Don. We have a quick presentation of query-based expectations by Austin, and then Atai has joined us for the community spotlight to present Sakota and the integration with Great Expectations. And then we'll save some time for questions. Feel free, actively, if you have a question, just throw it into the chat and we'll make sure that there's time to answer those questions. Anything that we don't get to, we can have spill over into Slack. But yeah, cool. Moving on, we're hiring. So this is just a quick screenshot from jobs.superconductive.com. This is what's available now. One thing that isn't on here is head of developer relations too. So that's another open position if you are interested. So moving on to project and community stats. So continued growth in the Slack channel. We keep hunting for 8,000 right now. 7,695. It's probably gone up. That was yesterday, so it's probably gone up a little bit. So 214 since last time we've met. We had a huge spike in our PyPy downloads in last May, sort of come down to earth a little bit since then. So we'll be looking to build that up. Seems like the floor is starting to come back up. We had a good week and a good day yesterday. So all right. Some thanks and kudos to contributors and Slack supporters. Have had a lot of awesome contributions come in. We had some from Arun. We had a bunch coming in from Steven Secreti, who I saw just joined. So thanks. I don't think I even have all the items in there. There was too many for my page. Thanks to Taylor and Andy Justin. Again, I think there was probably like 4 more items from Andy that I don't have in there. Azo had great, a lot of support for Trino, which is excellent. And then same to Andre Kunin for AWS and for AWS Athena Quantiles. There's some other really cool stuff coming in for AWS Glue right now to keep an eye on. I know that Provectus just did an update to their blog in it should be posted. If I haven't posted it yet, I'll make sure to post it into the Slack channel later on. So it's an update on their AWS Glue. It was for V2. Now you can see it for V3. And then they're helping us with some documentation on V3 as well for AWS Glue. And if anybody wants to contribute in this way, have a blog promoted by us where it's about how to use Great Expectations, or even the data quality blog in general, let me know. I'm happy to share anything the community makes. If you want to get involved with helping with documentation as well for one of the things that you've been working on, happy to help get that contribution in. Oh yeah, and for Slack supporters, these are all of our awesome Slack supporters from this past month. So these are the people that you see who are in there helping out, answering questions. So thanks to everyone in here. A lot of new names in here, which is awesome to see. I know it's pretty cool to see someone come in new and already answering questions, which is a lot of what these people are doing. So thanks again for all the Slack support. And yeah, be an awesome community. Okay, I'm going to kick it to Don for the Great Expectations product roadmap. Don, you're muted.
All right, thank you. Yeah, this is our kind of what guides us internally, and a statement that we hope to make more true with every additional contribution, that Great Expectations is powerful and expressive. After years of development and widespread adoption, the core APIs are robust, stable, and thoroughly tested, and it's easy to get started. I would also want to call out to 2 new joiners to the core team, Bill Dirks and Gabriel Gore. You can both wave. They're on the call today. So from the hiring page, we've made a couple of key hires, brought some, I think, senior engineering talent to the team. Already they've had a huge impact, and I'm really excited for what they'll be able to continue to bring to Great Expectations. For an upcoming launch, we're focused on auto-initializing expectations and data assistance. We've been talking about both of these things for some time through these community meetup meetings. I think the intention here, though, is to be much more deliberate about what we characterize as a launch. And for data assistance in particular, we've focused on gathering user feedback of the feature as it's been in development. Tal has been leading that. And if you're interested in participating in providing feedback on this feature or any future feature, please reach out to him on our Great Expectations Slack. It's going to include documentation and guides. We've got a lot of those are in flight right now. For data assistance in particular, there's a focus on multi-batch data assets, which makes the data assistant just much more useful by being able to look across multiple batches in order to then generate better estimations of what the appropriate ranges should be for column values and other things like that. So we're updating our documentation to highlight the ways that connect to data that would make data assistance useful. And then we're going to follow, as part of the launch, there will be announcements on Slack, our blog, and other channels. So coordinating more heavily with our marketing team, which is also a fairly recent add to Superconductive, and engaging them in being able to appropriately announce new feature development. The current focus of the team is seamlessly integrating with Great Expectations Cloud, with the intent that if you love using Great Expectations today as an open source product, you will be able to do everything that you can with it in a cloud context, where the cloud can bring a much more friendly developer experience and strong support for collaboration. And I think I have one more slide. Yep, still looking at the V16 release to ship in the fall. To smooth out our onboarding experience, we're doing significant work right now and designing and planning how to connect to data, which right now is where we find folks experience the most friction when they first come into Great Expectations. It's also conceptually critical to the product, because understanding how you connect to data, and in particular what a batch is and what an asset is really foundational for being able to express expectations by focusing like the data that an expectation would be concerned with. The new data connectors will clarify how we address batches, which will make being able to store metrics long-term about batches much easier, and it'll be much easier to address the metrics that we do store. That will really open the door for being able to do multi-batch expectations in ways that we can't today, where we wouldn't need. Right now, multi-batch expectations largely rely on the batches being available, and with the metric storage, we could create multi-batch expectations against ephemeral batches. And these changes will be additive and non-breaking. So the new data connectors and the metric storage will live alongside the existing ones, with largely automated migration being able to support moving from current data connectors to new ones. That's it for the roadmap. Any questions?